Tav, X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? We must turn to the Most High God and Him alone. Nobody else. Not Yeshua, not Yahushua, not the only begotten Son of God. None of that will do. None of it. On this channel, we are on a mission to turn back to the Most High God and Him alone. On this channel, we are very zealous to serve Yahweh and Him alone. He alone gets the praise. He alone gets the worship. He's jealous, and so are we. We're jealous with our praise. We're stingy with our worship. We only worship the Creator, the one who created all things. A far cry from the God that they teach you about at church. This is not church, beloved. Believe it or not, you are in the congregation. This is the assembly of the righteous. And not that we're perfect, but here's the thing. The very first qualification, you got to worship Yahweh and Him alone. You got to worship Yah and Him alone. You got to worship the Creator and Him alone. And since hardly anybody on earth does that, that makes us special, beloved. Because everybody else out there is following after something else, another entity, another deity, whether that's another God, whether that's a fallen angel, invisible spirits, ancestors, so-called, all kind of spirits in the invisible world. On this channel, we only deal with Yahweh and Him alone and nobody else. We got Von Seal Sanders in the house. What's going on, Von Seal? Von Seal says, good evening, brother and family. I trust that everyone's Shabbat went well. You know what, Sister Von Seal? I had one hell of a day today. But you know what? At the end of the day and throughout the day, the ordeal that I had today, which was very rigorous. I had numerous things that was an absolute must that I took care of today. And because of some things went awry today, they went greatly awry. I was unable to do these things that were an absolute must that I do today. So you know how it is when you have things that must be done today, and if it's not done today, then it, how can I say it? It triggers or pulls the linchpin for a key, for a chain of events that is usually unfavorable. Kind of like the odds stacked against you. But I know that the Most High God does. He has a purpose to everything that He does. The good, the bad, and the ugly, even if it seems like it's a setback, even if it is a setback. Because I've had suddenly things heaped upon me suddenly. Okay, suddenly. Financial things heaped upon me suddenly at the last minute. And it was a must that certain things got taken care of today. But in order for that to happen, I needed to have my chariot. And my chariot broke down today. Just another linchpin being pulled And I know it's not just me going through this. There's many people out there. We going through all kind of things right now. People are going through physical attacks, spiritual attacks, which is all rooted in spiritual attacks, financial attacks, stress attacks, all kind of attacks. And in times past, the kind of day that I had today, by now, in times past, I will be losing my mind right now, going crazy, going baby psycho. However, I have learned through the wisdom of the Most High God, not through my own. I've learned through the wisdom of the Most High God, okay? Wisdom, Psalm meditation. Let me tell you something, Hebrew. When I come on here and I tell y'all about these Psalm meditations and things like that, it's not just talk. It's not just to make videos. Because mind you, I don't get paid for making these videos. It's not just to make videos. It's not just to talk or to get somebody to like what I'm saying. The power of the Psalms is oh so true. And many people are never going to understand it. They're never going to be able to tap into it. Because you have to meditate. You're going to have to take your spirit to a certain place. You're going to have to calm your soul. You're going to have to meditate on the Psalms, not read them, meditate on them. There's a difference. If I had not understood the power of the Psalms, if I did not understand the power of the meditation of Psalms, if I were not actively engaging in the meditation of the Psalms, I wouldn't be able to do this live stream right now. I wouldn't. Because I kid you not. And you might not understand it by seeing me right here on live, right? Not to say that I'm somebody special, because I'm not. I'm just trying to illustrate what I'm saying here. Just like you guys and gals on this channel, there's not a normal person on this channel, okay? Not one of you are so-called normal, me included. I'm not normal, okay? A quote-unquote normal person would not be able to have the kind of day that I had, okay? Listen to me. They wouldn't be able to have the kind of day that I had today and still be able to come on here and go live. It wouldn't be possible, because a quote-unquote normal person, they would become completely unglued, okay? I told you I've had a downward avalanche snowfall of sudden financial liabilities immediately just pop up immediately, and they got to get taken care of like yesterday, okay? If that wasn't enough, that ball has been rolling for the last couple of days. I've been being bled out and sucked dry financially, okay? Then today, still doing it today. And today was going to be the, how should I say it? The crowning event. It was going to be like the last, or should I say the next to last piece of bleeding out financially that I had to do. And it had to be done today. Y'all, you hear me? All kind of stuff going on right now. Time sensitive stuff, financial kind of stuff, stress stuff. There's so much stuff going on right now to take a night and a day to explain. But I'm not going to do all that. The whole point is this. A regular person wouldn't be able to be on here right now, because they would be out of their mind, probably out in the world, out in the street, doing God knows what with God knows who. Why am I telling you that? Because there is power in the Psalm meditations. I've been meditating in the Psalms all day. I've been meditating since I woke up this morning. When I first woke up this morning, and I'm going somewhere with this because we're going to be reading out of the book of Proverbs. Okay? Solomon, wisest man to ever live, Hebrew. And so we coming out of one of his books. Okay? We coming out of one of his books this evening. And I was meditating in some of his dad's writings, King David. And I'm telling you, if you don't know, if you have not taken the Psalm meditation seriously, I advise you to go watch the Psalm Meditations playlist on this channel, beloved. You don't know what you're missing. It's not just words to me, and it's not just words to any of you out there who actually know how to meditate for real. I didn't say read, I said meditate. King David said, meditate in the Psalms day and night. When I woke up this morning, right, I didn't know my day was going to start, quote unquote, nose diving, because that's how people would describe it. They would say, your day started nose diving. I didn't know my day was going to do that when I woke up this morning. When I woke up this morning, what did I do? The very first thing that I tell all of you that you should do, you need to, before you even step foot off of your bed, you need to thank the Most High God for restoring your soul back to your body. Every single morning is a resurrection, and for you or me to carry on our day without giving thanks for that resurrection, it's an insult to the Most High. You should not expect to be blessed if you're not grateful for what you already got. Here you are waking up in the morning, and many of you, you don't even start your day with thanks. Correct that, Hebrew. So as I woke up this morning, I started thanking the Most High for bringing my soul back to my body. Start your day like that. That's a meditation. And then I rolled over into several chantings and mantras and meditations, which are all in the Psalms. Okay, Psalms 23 and 1. Other places in Psalms 23. Psalms 30 and 6. Other places in Psalms 30. Places in Proverbs, repeating these things when you first get up, right after you give thanks. You know why? Because as soon as you wake up, the very instant the Most High puts your soul back in your body, your subconscious mind is wide open. And what you plant in those early morning hours, just like what you plant in the late night hours, it grows. So after I said my mantra and repeated my meditations for the morning, and I begin to get up early, getting dressed, thinking I'm about to go do what needs to be done because it has to be done. There is no way around what I needed to do today. So I come outside, chariot won't start. And I was outside for a while doing all kind of stuff, okay? All kind of troubleshooting. Nothing would work. Mind you, I got a lot of time-sensitive things going on. The kind of things that would make most people, like I said, you definitely wouldn't be able to come on and go live right now. You wouldn't be able to record a video. You wouldn't be able to do anything, okay? Except lose your damn mind, many of you, which would be understandable. And I'm probably telling you, the only reason why I'm not lost my mind today so far, because I gotta practice what I preach. And most high willing, I've been doing that all day. And that's the reason why you see me here before you this evening. You, me, all of us. We gotta learn to live our life in a constant state of meditation. Even when the outward circumstances defy what you are telling yourself. Even though your outward world defies the decree that you are verbally speaking, you got to stand in it anyway. See, that's the test. Because when I woke up this morning, one of the things I said was Psalms 30 and 6. In my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. Now, here's the challenge. Anybody can say that and believe that when you're having a good day. But when your day has been completely sideswiped, when you have been, quote unquote, bled out financially, quote unquote. Look, got nothing to do with complaining, because we real men around here. We don't complain. I'm telling you what's going on. Most of you, you wouldn't be able to hold it together. You'd be crying the blue. I'm talking physical tears. Waterfalls would be coming down, and it would be understandable. I'm telling you, why am I able to hold myself together right now? Not because I'm some kind of special superhero, but because I have been practicing, beloved. I've been practicing getting into a meditative state. And yes, I see the benefits. Okay? And that is how you change your reality. You have to see the end goal already being achieved. In my mind, everything that I need to be achieved is already done in my mind. I can see it, I can taste it, I call it out verbally. I hold that space in my mind, in my spirit. Even though everything in my physical surrounding would suggest otherwise. But guess what? Now it's mind over matter. You create your own reality. Everything we see playing out in the physical world is delayed. It's behind our thoughts. The things that you see playing out in your life right now today, just as you see them appearing today, they are already on their way out. Because your physical reality is a reflection of your inner world, your thoughts. Yeah, it's deep. It's so simple, but it's so deep. You can talk it, but can you feel it? And you only have to prove it to yourself. You know you, just like I know me. I'm proving it to myself. And I must say, I'm passing the test with flying colors. Because guess what? It's not about what happens. It's not about, is something big and crazy gonna happen to you? Of course it is. It's called life. Something always is gonna happen to you, to me, to every one of us. But that's not the end all be all. You know what is? How you respond when whatever happens, happens. Big, crazy, indifferent, whatever. Because things like that are going to happen to all of us. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The key is, how are you going to respond once it happens? And that's what's going to decide the overall game and the overall outcome. That's why I'm not tripping off of what's going on with me today. Do I like it? No. Did I ask for it? No. Okay. Am I going to deal with it? I'm already dealing with it. It's dealt with. Okay. That's what you got to learn to do. And you also got to learn to hit that damn like button as you come through the door and subscribe to the channel. Because we are on the way, beloved, to 10,000 subscribers, aka 10,000 family members. And when we hit 10,000 subscribers over here, it's going to hit different. You know why? Because on this channel, it's y'all only. Imagine when we get 10,000 strong over here. Okay? Imagine that. Pushing y'all only. And thank the Most High for his goodness and abundance. You gotta live in the end. You gotta go to the end. You gotta start at the end. Starts right here. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Many of us been going our whole lives. We have not been thinking the proper way. Like I said, I could easily become mentally unglued right now. I could have been mentally unglued since early this morning, but I didn't. And now we are about to go into the book of Proverbs. The wisest man to ever live, King Solomon. Shout out to King Solomon. As we have random gleanings through the book of Proverbs. No particular place. Okay? But let me read some of these comments. And we are going to start off in the first chapter of Proverbs. We're not going to read the whole chapter, first chapter, but we're going to start off at the beginning, and then we're going to bounce around and see what the Most High will unveil for us this evening. We got Brother King David in here. King David says, Tarvex. Tarvex to you, King David, and Tarvex to every last one of you out there. Purity and becoming one. How do we become pure, Hebrews? We got to turn to the Most High God and him alone. Nobody else. Not Yeshua, not Yahweh Shai, the Father, the Creator, the God of the Old Testament only. And if you are in here and you are watching right now, if you have not hit that like button, beloved, hit the like button, beloved. It is free to hit the like button, and also tap the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. This is something that I want to say to all the brothers and sisters who watch this live or on the playback. Time is very valuable, okay? Time is more valuable than money. I'm being real with you. If you don't find any value from these live streams, you should not be watching. You should not be wasting your time. And if you're going to be in here, why not hit the like button? If you're not going to hit the like button, why are you even in here? Wasting your time to watch something that you clearly don't like? It doesn't resonate with you. Why are you here? Ba, ba, ba. Von Seal Sanders says, brother, our sovereign really have you lit. You have been bringing it so hot. If this is a gauge, we are definitely nearing the end of this wicked rulership. Great glory. Hey, Sister Von Seal Sanders, let me tell you something. You have absolutely no idea. You have absolutely no idea how much that means to me when I see a comment like that. I'm telling you, you don't. You may think that you do, but you don't. You have no idea. Right? Because see, here's the thing. I make these videos first and foremost because I love Yahweh. I serve Yahweh, I worship Yahweh, I love him. And then I love the Israelites. I love me some Hebrew Israelites. I don't care if you know you a Hebrew Israelite or not. I know who you are. And so my love for the Hebrew Israelites is crazy. And every single time I make any kind of content, whether that's a short, whether that's a regular upload, whether that's a live stream, my goal is to give some form of help. And I can tell. See, there's many different forms and many different ways to give help. There's a million trillion ways to give help. And that's the goal with every time I press upload or go live, I'm trying to bring some form of help. And when I see comments like this, it lets me know that my work is not in vain. It lets me know. And I'm telling you, you have no idea. If I had it like a spiritual gas tank, I probably would get like 100 miles to the gallon. It don't take much gas to get this Hebrew going. You know what I mean? And the Most High is a great coach. He's a great shepherd. Yahweh knows exactly what it takes, okay, to get every one of us going. He knows. Let me read this comment again from Sister Von Seal Sanders. Brother, our sovereign really have you lit. You have been bringing it so hot. If this is a gauge, we are definitely nearing the end of this wicked rulership. Great glory. All praises to the Most High God and Him alone. Sister, we are definitely nearing the end of this wicked rulership. The signs are all around us. Knowledge is increasing at a ridiculously high level. It'll make our heads spin. Time is moving and times are changing fast. We got 3-Eye Atlas approaching fast. That has something to do with the frequency and vibration as well. Of course, they're not going to tell us that. Family, if you are in here right now, hit the like button if you have not already. It is literally a shame that you've been here for 26 minutes watching. And I've asked you to hit the like button and you still won't hit it. Why are you wasting your time? You know you're wasting your time, right? Because clearly you are watching with malice in your heart. You're watching for some other purpose, for some other reason. I know some of the reasons why you're watching. I don't have to say it to you. Just know that I know. And my God knows too. Brothers and sisters, what a time to be alive, family. And we are getting ready to read from these Proverbs. Von Seal Sanders says, we really appreciate your continued teaching on the importance of the Psalms. So very powerful indeed. All praises to the Most High God. And Sister Von Seal Sanders, we are just getting started with cracking open the power of the Psalms, sis. This is only the beginning. Most High willing, we will be going much further into these Psalms, because the Psalms is like, I don't want to say a cheat code, but something like a cheat code, because they're not just words, they're not just poems, they're not just songs, they're not they're not just verses, feel good verses. These things, and once again, church is never going to teach us this. Certain words, well, all words have vibrations. Every word has a vibration that goes to it. Every word has a frequency that goes to it. So those psalms are written and arranged in a way, because most of our people don't know anything about science. We don't really know anything about deep spirituality. Not most of us. Words have vibrations and frequencies that are attached to them. And when you start chanting them and singing them, adding melody to it, music is magical. So it ramps it up much more. That's why you can get into the Psalms, not just reading them. Start off reading them. Allow yourself to relax. Do deep breathing. Chant them, sing them, envision them. Pick out the Psalms that are specific to your wants, your needs. Focus on them. Can you focus, Hebrew? Do you know how to focus? Can you deeply focus? Can you go into a deep focus meditating psalm of your choosing and really let it marinate? You know how you want to cook some food, you want to let your meat marinate before you grill it? Can you marinate your soul and your spirit in a psalm of your choosing? Can you do it for 5 minutes straight? Most people, your attention span is so low, you'll never be able to do it. Can you do it for 5 minutes? How about 10 minutes? What about a whole 20 minutes? Can you do it throughout the day? How long can you do it? Can you do it every day for 5 minutes in the morning when you first wake up, to start your day, to plant your seeds? This is one of them streams right here. Believe it or not, this stream probably won't get a lot of views, but guess what? To the people who can pick the meat off this bone, this live stream is worth its weight in gold. Guess what? I'll tell you this, because some of you brothers and sisters, right? You know me only from online, right? Which is nothing wrong with that, because this is the way that we've gotten to meet. But there are some people out there who know me off of line, right? There are some people who will quote unquote know me before I became awakened, before I became a Hebrew Israelite. Not became a Hebrew Israelite because I was born a Hebrew Israelite, but before I became awakened to the knowledge that I was a Hebrew Israelite, right? Whenever things are not going my way, not today, but times past, when things are not going my way, not just for no reason, but when things don't go my way, I can get pretty riled up. I mean, very riled up. And then you got one thing happening, two things happening, three things happening, four things happening, five things happening. I would have lost it at the first one or two things. If not the first thing, definitely the second major thing, I would have lost my mind. And then you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things just compiling. You know what? Psalms meditation strengthens your spirit. That's why we got to understand how deep it is. Psalm meditation will change your inner world. Whatever you got going on in your life right now, I don't care what is concerning. It all comes from your inner world. Change your inner world, and the outside physical world has no choice but to correct itself, auto-correct itself. The physical world is a mirror to your inner world. Yeah. Oh, it's simple, but it's complicated. It's easy, but it's deep. Can you do it? It's simple, but not everybody can do it. But you can. Start where you at. Every single morning when you wake up, before you reach for your phone, don't reach for your damn phone. If your TV's on, silence the TV when you wake up in the morning, and don't reach for your phone. That first 5-10 minutes, you need to be thanking the Most High God. That's the first thing you need to do. Thank the Most High God for resurrecting you and bringing your soul back to your body one more time. How about you start with gratitude? And really be thankful about that. Because there's some people that go to sleep and don't wake up. Like my granddad. That's how my granddad passed. He went to sleep. I never forget it. I was on vacation. And he went to sleep. And just didn't wake up. I remember like it was yesterday. Matter of fact, I was on vacation. I was out going for a jog. I was jogging. My phone started blowing up. Hey, cuz, where you at? I'm like, where I'm at? I'm out jogging. What's up? Hey, come home. I'm like, huh? Just come home. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I hung up with that, phone started blowing up. Hey, yo, where you at? I'm like, damn, what the hell is, what's going on? Hey, where you at? You driving? You walking? I'm coming to get you. I'm like, what? What's going on? Look, don't worry about it. I'm coming to get you. I'm like, oh boy. And what was it? Folks came to scoop me up from where I was jogging at, because I didn't drive up there, right? I jogged. Folks came to scoop me up. As soon as they picked me up, I'm looking at my folks like, okay, what was so important that you had to stop my workout, right? I don't even want to know what my folks is getting ready to tell me, because everybody kept telling me, you know, don't worry about it. Just leave. Come home. Leave. We coming to get you. I'm like, in my mind, I already know something diabolical has taken place. Because why don't you just tell me what you want? How come everybody's just telling me to come home? Hey, where you at? I'm coming to get you. But nobody will tell me no details. That right then and there, I knew it was some BS going on. So I started doing process of elimination. In my mind, I already know somebody didn't die. Are you following me? And it was my granddad. He just went to sleep taking a nap and just didn't wake up. So every morning when you wake up in the morning, you better thank the Most High God for doing a resurrection. You got a resurrection every single morning. And it needs to start with gratitude. That's the first step. You cannot bypass that step, Hebrews. If you do, you're gonna run into problems. Start with that. And then start your declaration, your Psalm meditation declaration. I can't tell you which ones to use. Only you can tell yourself which ones to use. But it's very important, and it will change your life. Your words will change your life. Your thoughts will change your life. It's all tied to your frequency and your meditation, your vibration. And this is not something that you can pretend. You can't fake it. Because the Most High God, Yahweh, He made the universe alive. So the universe can hear you, it can feel you, it can sense you. The universe is smart, although it's invisible. All this invisible matter around me, dark matter, black matter, you can't see it. but it's alive. Protons, neutrons, electrons, invisible stuff I'm waving, you can't see it, but it's alive. Because the Most High God made the universe and the galaxy alive, filled with electricity. It can fill your body. I'm telling you, the invisible molecules around you know your body temperature. Yeah, I'm telling you, most of us don't have any kind of idea what kind of world we live in. That's why most people don't know that your words and your thoughts create your reality. So anything you see happening to you right now, the situation you in, it is just merely playing out the words you have been speaking. The inner resonance that you have held within yourself is playing out. But physical reality is much slower than your words and your thoughts. So physical reality takes a while to catch up. That's why you got to start producing in your mind and in your spirit. And then at some point, if you hold that, you hold that. You know how they say hold that thought? If you hold that thought long enough, if persistent enough, the physical realm doesn't have a choice. It must respond because it's a mirror. That's the way that the Most High God set that up. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can try it yourself and test it to see if what I'm saying is true. And once you test it and see that it's true, you're going to be shocked. Most of you have been giving yourself negative self-talk every day of your life. You've been giving yourself loser talk, lack talk. And a lot of you don't even realize it. Even if you don't say it out loud, the universe knows what you're thinking because it's smart. That's the way protons, neutrons, and electrons work. This ain't got nothing to do with magic. Get Christianity out of your head. Get church out of your head. The universe, protons, neutrons, electrons, invisible matter, black matter, it can fill your thoughts because you are a part of matter. Okay? Neutrons, protons, electrons, you're a part of it. The quantum field, you're a part of it. Has nothing to do with magic, nothing to do with witchcraft, like a lot of you gonna want to say, because you don't know what kind of world you live in. If you did, you would know that your thoughts and your words create your reality. I know a lot of people don't understand that. That's why I'm hopping on it. And even with the book of Psalms and the meditations, it's a part of that as well. Change your life with your words, your verbal words and your inner words that you speak when nobody can hear except you on the inside. I'm telling you, you gotta watch that because the universe can hear your inside talk. I'm not making this up, Hebrew. I'm not making this up. The universe can hear your inside talk. That's why sometimes you can say things outward. You can say your affirmations. You can say what you believe in verbally, but inside you're saying something else. That's why you don't have any changes. The universe is going to go by what you're saying in here. See, what you're thinking in here and what you're verbally saying has to line up with what you're saying in here and in here. And the universe knows when you're lying. That's why if they all don't align, it's not going to work. You don't get what you want. You get what you are on the inside. What you resonate on the inside. Nobody can see that except the universe. The Most High God made the universe, invisible matter, black matter, protons, neutrons, electrons. He made it super smart. It can hear, smell, and feel. And when you talk negative and talk down on yourself, I can't do this. Nothing never works. I always have problems. Guess what? When you say stuff like that, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and what's fake. So it latches onto that and it will feed you more of that. I keep telling you, your outward reality is a mirror to your inner world. That's what Psalm meditation is all about, beloved. Psalm meditation is a vibration and a frequency. It's like a musical channel. You turn to that channel, and immediately, soon as you get it right, you're going to see and hear the channel that you turn to, just like the radio, just like the TV. It doesn't take long. Instantly. It may take a while for you because this is spiritual to figure out how to turn that down. But once you turn it, it happens just like that. Just like turning the radio instantly. But you gotta learn it first. It ain't no school for it. But most high willing, this video, this channel will be sort of an introductory for all of us. Because this is new to me as well. I'm sharing with my brothers and sisters out there. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay? Make sure you share this video and subscribe to this channel, fam. Tessa Yah says, hey family, peace and Baruchans. What's going on, Tessa Yah? Always a pleasure to see you, Tessa Yah. Hope you're having a magnificent, stupendous day, Tessa Yah, as well as all of y'all. We got the Broski King David says, I learned today dressing and cranberry sauce symbolizes flesh and blood when eating it for a holiday. Yikes. And you know what? That sounds about right too. The dressing is brown, flesh, and cranberry sauce is blood. Hey yo, that is demonic, y'all. Wow. See, and this is why another reason why I like to go live. I get a chance to hang out with y'all only Hebrew Israelites. And even the Gentiles that want to cleave to us. Y'all hang over here too. It's all good. Because we all got the same goal in mind. Serving Yah and serving him alone. King David says, fact, speak, and push out to followers. That's right, King David. That's right. That's right, broski. Von Seal Sanders says, I am obedient. Brother, I press the like on my way in. Fire emoji. Sister Von Seal Sanders, we definitely appreciate that. Beloved. J.R. Meadow says, and thumbs up, people upon entering, please help my Hebrew family. That's right. And we appreciate that. What up, brother J.R. Meadows? J.R. Meadows says, I never liked cranberry sauce. Laugh out loud. You know what? I never liked the cranberry sauce, but I did like the dressing. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Thanksgiving used to be my favorite holiday. The more and more awoke I became, the more and more I despise Thanksgiving. But I do like to eat. And you know what? At some point, maybe it's a month from now or two from now, I'm gonna have to, even though I haven't been eating meat, my whole entire goal is to completely get away from eating meat 100%. Am I there right now? No, I'm not. But I have not been eating meat, right? I have not been eating meat. But you know, sometimes, you know, here and there, I might eat meat that day or this day, but I have not been eating meat, right? Trying to get away from it altogether. But I'm going to have to, probably like in another month or two, I'm going to have to, because I like that hookup. I ain't going to lie. That macaroni and cheese and the turkey and stuffing. I don't like cranberry sauce, no. But I do like turkey. I love macaroni and cheese, stuffing, okay? All that kind of stuff. Greens, I love it. But I couldn't eat it. Number one, because I haven't been eating meat. And number two, I'm not going to eat no terroristic celebration meal because I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a grapist. I'm not a thief. I'm not a robber. So that ain't for me. However, I do like turkey, macaroni, and cheese, and I love stuffing. So probably in the next month or two, and sweet potatoes too. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to recreate that because I do need that. But I'm gonna do it on my time, not when the devil the Bible speaks of got the whole America celebrating taking the Hebrews and putting them into captivity and doing violence against them and witchcraft. King David says, laughing emoji. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters out there. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, fam. And we get ready to do a little bit of gleaning from the book of Proverbs. Like I said, we're not going to read the whole chapter, but we are going to start in the very first chapter, and then we'll just bounce around and see what the Most High God has for us to chew on. Sound like a winner? King David said, sweet potatoes is my favorite. Hey, bro, sweet potatoes is so good, man. I'm telling you, you know what? I have to recreate that because I got to have that turkey, macaroni and cheese, and sweet potatoes and greens. I do. But I refuse to take part in a demonic ceremony. That Thanksgiving ceremony is an ode to JC, okay? Because it was JC who they were praying to, and it was in the name of JC that they took America from me and you, brothers and sisters out there. Thanksgiving is an American holiday. Celebrates the colonizers' grape, robbery, and thievery and enslavement of the indigenous American Indians, which I am one. And many of you out there, believe it or not, most of you people out there calling yourself Black American or African American, your real name is Indigenous American. But they hid your history. And they try to make guys like me seem lunatic and maniacal and crazy and all that other stuff. Because I'm actually telling you the truth. The world's biggest secret, your true identity. Nobody wants you to know because they hate your damn guts. All right? And we already went over the other day. From Lebanon to California is Hebrew Israelite territory. The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 1 to 4, specifically verse 4, proves that beyond a shadow of a doubt. But listen, Israel says, I can't get enough of sweet potatoes, but I won't do what the nations do on their holy days. That's right. That's right, Melissa Israel. Shout out to you, Melissa Israel. And see, I'm talking about this food. King David talking about sweet potatoes. Melissa Israel talking about sweet potatoes. You know what? I don't know. It might be too late tonight because I just don't want to go full throttle like that tonight. But I might have to make something like that happen. What, tomorrow? Do I want that tomorrow? No, I still might like wait another week or two. I might wait another week or two. I want to make sure this whole Thanksgiving spirit is completely washed away because I despise Thanksgiving. But within the next 30 days, more than likely, I will be getting that turkey, macaroni and cheese, sweet potato. It ain't nothing like some sweet potatoes, y'all. Stuffing. I want it all. I want the whole trim that these Negroes had the other day. I'm just going to do it in an undefiling way. Can you dig it? Because here's the thing. It ain't nothing wrong with the grub. There's nothing wrong with sweet potatoes. Nothing wrong with macaroni and cheese. But when you do it, when the devil does it, and they telling you to do it, see, you don't even realize they got you participating in a ceremony, a seance, toasting to JC. It's deep. It is deep. And hit the like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to read a little gleaning in Proverbs. I'm not going to keep y'all that long. And you know, because sometimes we do different things on this channel. Sometimes we come on, we just read heavy. Read! Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we come on here and we do a whole lot of talking, a lot of gum bumping back and forth with each other. Sometimes we do a little mixing it up, okay? And sometimes that's what needs to be done. See, we do what needs to be done. If we need to go heavy reading, we do heavy reading. Sometimes we just need to do a lot of talking, gum bumping, and chopping it up. And that's what we do. And sometimes we need to do a mix of both. And that's what we do. We do what it takes. We use wisdom. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, baby. Yeah. And I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and we on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Join us. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, Read. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. You see that? To give subtlety to the simple, letting you know that if you read the book of Proverbs and you study and you understand the book of Proverbs, it will take a simple man, a simple wisdom, and it will give you subtlety. You will know how to move. Meditate, read and meditate on the book of Proverbs. Why don't you? You will know how to move. Even if you are simple right now, you meditate on the book of Proverbs. You won't stay simple for long, beloved. And to the young man, knowledge and discretion. We definitely know young people, period. Young men, young women, even older men and older women need to know how to be discreet. That is something that is missing and lacking, discretion. Because nobody's meditating on the book of Proverbs. They don't have understanding, which you will gain by reading and meditating on Proverbs. Not just glossing over it, pulling up on it, parking right there and just meditating on it. Verse 6, we hop down to. We'll go to verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. That means if you understand what it's all about, you are going to seek out people who are wise, and you're going to hear what they got to say about a subject matter, regardless of what the subject matter is about. If you're interested in it, seek out the people who have knowledge on that, and then listen to what they got to say about it. That's attaining to wise counsel right there. But it says a wise man will hear and will increase learning. If you're wise, when you hear something, if it's worth it, you're not going to let it come in one ear and go out the other. You're not going to do it. That's not what a wise person does. A wise man will hear it, which means it's going to come in his ear and will increase learning. It's going to go in there and you're going to lock it in there so it can't get away, so that you can increase your learning. And remember this, Hebrews, repetition is the mother of learning. You got to keep going over it over and over again. The same thing with these Psalm meditations. You have to learn. I have to learn how to continually put ourselves. The optimal goal will be able to place ourselves in a Psalm meditative state and stay there permanently. We learn to do that. Hebrew, do you know the things that you and I will be capable of? We're already capable of. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And look, we're still in the book of Proverbs right now. We're still in the mighty book of Proverbs. Proverbs 23 and verse 7. And we just want that top part. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Beloved, do you know how powerful that is right there, that one line? That's the top part of the top part of Proverbs 23 and 7. Do you realize that you can just meditate on that day and night? You realize that that can be one of the things that you say verbally every morning, multiple times, 3 to 5 minutes. Sing it, say it, chant it, visualize that. Proverbs is giving you the key right here. This is worth its weight in gold right here. Look, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now here's the thing. Do you believe this or not? And look, forget believing this. Are you willing to put this to the test? Because this can be proven if you have the will and the patience to put it into motion. Nobody else can do this for you. The guy next door can't do it for you. Your mother can't do it for you. For as he thinketh in his heart, where's your heart? Right here. Your subconscious, your conscious, they work together. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Hold up. Hold up. You telling me if I think in my heart that I am wealthy, that I am wealthy? Is that what you're telling me? Mr. Real Talk, is that what you're saying? I'm not saying it. The wisest man to ever live said it. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is how you change your reality right here. You need to be saying this every morning, 3 to 5 minutes. See, that 3 to 5 minutes, and actually you can go longer for real. The thing is, getting to it, letting it be the first thing that you do. Having that be a part of your first fruits. That is key. That's how you set the tone when you come back into your body. Because every morning when you awake in the morning, that's a resurrection. You need to start off by thanking the Most High God for restoring your soul. Psalms 23. You can repeat the whole 23rd Psalms upon waking and thank the Most High God for sending your soul back to your body. And now to reacclimate yourself back to your body, this is how you get your day started properly. Proverbs 23:7. Right after you thank the Most High God for waking you in the morning, right after you give praise to the Most High God for doing a resurrection and restoring your soul, and you meditate on that 3 to 5 minutes, then you come right here. Proverbs 23:7, and you say this aloud and you say it on the inside, but say it aloud as well, because your words have, you want to cover both sides of the spectrum, Hebrew. The physical side, which is you verbally saying it, and then the spiritual side, which is you feeling it and thinking it in your heart. You got to cover both sides of it for it to work. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. After you give thanks for your resurrection in the morning and thank the Most High, sing a praise to him in the morning for resurrecting you. And then you start chanting this, repeating this verbally and in your inner side, your innermost parts. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. And see, you really got to do this. After you think about that, you haven't even gotten off of your bed yet. You haven't even checked your phone. Don't you dare touch your phone. You need to switch your morning routine up drastically. Don't you touch your phone when you wake up in the morning. That stuff can wait. You need to plant the proper seeds in the invisible world to manifest in the physical world. Don't you touch that phone. You thank the Most High with your psalm meditation for restoring your soul back into your body. And then you go into this 3 to 5 minutes. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You need to take 3 to 5 minutes to actually don't say anything, don't chant anything. Draw the picture in your mind. Because remember, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You know what many of our problems are? We haven't drew the picture. We never took time to draw the picture of what we think in our heart. In here, you have a canvas with unlimited space to draw your picture of what you think in your heart. Are you thinking that you are healthy? Not you're going to be, not I want to be, not I will. I am healthy. That's what you need to be reciting. That's what you need to be saying. I don't mind sharing some of my sayings and stuff, but you need to create your own. Or if the ones I say resonate with you, steal it and use it. The point is, you gotta feel it. It gotta be real to you. One of the things I say in the morning, I am healthy. I am strong. I am prosperous in all my ways. I say that umpteenth times. I say it verbally, I think it mentally in my heart, and I feel what it would feel like when I am healthy. I feel healthy. I envision that in my mind, what it would look like, and then I feel how it feels to be healthy in my heart. And then in my mind, I have a picture of what it's like for me to be strong. And then I visualize that as I'm saying, I am strong. You know what that looks like for you to be strong. Say that and feel that. And then I say, I am prosperous in all my ways, not some, all. And then I think about and I picture the picture in my mind, what that looks like and how that feels when I am prosperous in all my ways. A painting comes to mind. If you sit down for 3 to 5 minutes when you first get up in the morning, don't touch your phone. You give thanks for your resurrection, do your psalm meditation, do your visualization, what it looks like. Because remember, it matters. If you thinking that this stuff don't matter, you missed the boat, Hebrew, and you're never gonna get it. You know why? For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. And how do I think in my heart every morning when I get up and at night when I go to bed? I am healthy. I am strong. I am prosperous in all my ways. That's what I think in my heart. So you know what that means? So am I. I don't say I'm going to be healthy. I want to be healthy. I don't say I want to be strong. I'm going to be strong at some point. I don't say one day I'm going to be prosperous. Prosperity is going to come to me. No, you have to speak and believe and feel in the present. That's the only thing the universe recognizes, what you are, not what you're going to be. If you're stuck in a state of you're going to be healthy, you're going to be wealthy, guess what? Health and wealth is always going to be right outside of your grasp. Right outside. You're never going to get it. It's always going to be on the way. We got to use what the Most High God taught us and assume it's already happened. I am strong. Remember the Most High God? He didn't say, I will. I'm going to be one day. He said, I am that I am. You are made in his image. So you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be strong. You're not going to be prosperous. I am healthy. I am strong. I am prosperous in all my ways. I bet you won't do that for 30 days and 30 nights. Because guess what? If you do that, you're going to see a change. It may sound stupid. It may sound cheesy. It might sound corny. But guess what? When it works, some of you are going to be shocked out there because you've never stuck with anything more than 30 days before. And this ain't just anything. This is how you change your reality, your words, and your thoughts. This is metaphysical. This is spiritual work we talking right here. This is meditation right here we talking right here. This is wisdom that we talking right here. This is one of them live streams right here. Hit the like button on your way in the door. I hope that somebody out there is being edified by this, beloved. For as you think in your heart, so are you. So if you always thinking, another thing I say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. I say that every morning. I encourage you to start saying it too. And at night I say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. You know what you're doing when you do that? You're not lying. You are priming your life. You're priming the universe. I told you the neutrons, electrons, and protons, invisible matter, dark matter, black matter, it can feel you, it can hear you. When you're saying these things, you are programming your environment, not programming your car, not programming your computer. This is spiritual technology, beloved. And you are programming the invisible world around you. That's what it's all about with your words. That's what spells are. Okay? We just doing righteously. Programming the invisible world around you with your thoughts and your words, with psalms, meditations, and declarations. And you can paint the picture in your mind, you can hold it there. The universe must bring that to you, because that's the way that the Most High God built the universe. Notice I didn't tell you to worship the universe, even though the universe is alive just as much as you and me. You don't worship it, but you do use it. It's a tool, not to be worshiped. It's a tool like a hammer or a nail. A lot of people don't understand that, but Most High willing, you stick around long enough on this channel, you're going to begin to understand that more. Okay? We're going where no other channel has gone before. Not in the Old Testament only realm, not in the Hebrew Israelite realm. We ain't playing no games over here. J.R. Meadow says, I totally learned football playbooks fast, laugh out loud, and biblical facts. Hey, that's crazy. Because you chosen to do this, brother. J.R. Meadow says, I never did schoolwork. I failed kindergarten. Oh, man. But you know what? When you in your genre, which we are now, we waking up, we coming back to our genre. And that's Yahweh only. Yahweh only will turn us into studious men and women. Tessa Yah says, thank you for this teaching. I love this. Two dive, brother, Mr. Real Talk. No problem, Sister Tessa Yah. We appreciate you being in here, fam. And I appreciate you leaving that wonderful, encouraging, uplifting comment that you did. It means the world to me. And I cherish all of these comments and interactions with you all, because all of y'all are one of them ones. And it's a pleasure and an honor for me to know y'all. And I do not take that lightly at all. King David says, at J.R. Meadows, speaking of National Fix League, I tell myself every day, don't drink your cowboy Kool-Aid and they gonna crash. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Hey, King David, I gotta give your Cowboys props, bro. Them Bamas is balling out. I've been saying it for a minute, man. People be hard on Dak. Dak is not as bad as what people try to say he is. Dak Prescott has actually been balling out, lights out all year. And on so-called Thanksgiving, he did it again. That boy balled out. You know what? The Cowboys might actually have a shot this year, King David. And it breaks my heart to say that, because I'm a Washington Redskin fan. So you know I really despise the Dallas Cowboys. And it really breaks my heart to say that. But I'm telling you, the Cowboys are looking stronger than I've seen them look in quite some time. And they are for real. But you know what? I feel you, because you're a Cowboy fan. You better enjoy this moment, King David. But it appears to me, brother, your Dallas Cowboys seem to be for real. I don't think it's a hoax. And family, this is how you change your reality. This is how you change your world. And look, nothing happens overnight. None of us got to where we are overnight. All of us got to where we are at right now, whether that's for better or for worse, by the thoughts that we've been thinking and the words that we've been speaking. Speaking words and thinking thoughts control our reality. And see, here's the thing. Many of us didn't know that because nobody taught us that. But see, here's the thing now. Now that you know that's what controls your reality, now you can actively begin to construct your own reality. Now that you are aware of how you got to where you are today, start thinking different, start talking different. That combination will make you resonate different, and that will change your inner world. Once your inner world changes, Hebrew, the outer world must follow. That's the way that the Most High God built it. And it can't go any other way. He made the outside world a mirror to your inside world. And although the outside world is on a delay, the outside world is slower than the spiritual world. So once, even though your inside world is already switched, sometimes it takes a little lag for it to catch up into the physical world. But here's the key. Here's why you got to be diligent to hold this every day until, and just know that it will come forth into the physical realm. It's just like a seed when you plant a seed in the ground. You plant a tree today, an apple seed, an apricot seed. You don't go back tomorrow or next week, keep digging the seed up to see if it's growing. Once you plant that seed, you know that seed is going to grow, but it doesn't immediately show. It got to go through the process. It got to be watered. How do you water the seed? With your word, with your thoughts, with your daily psalm meditations. Not just reading it, actually meditating on it deeply. When you first wake up in the morning and right before you pass out at night, your subconscious gate is wide open. That's the best time to plant your seeds because your subconscious is fertile. And what do you plant your seed with? Your thoughts and your words. I'm telling you right now, this thing is guaranteed to work because your subconscious does not care what you plant, even if you plant foul behavior, rotten seeds, evil seeds. It will bring you forth those same destructive seeds. Your subconscious is a garden. It doesn't care what you plant. It's going to grow whatever you plant. And here's how you take control of it. Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You and I have to decide what we want to be, how we want our life to be. Do you want to live your life broke? You want to live your life in lack? Stop thinking about lack and stop thinking about being broke. Do you want to live your life in abundance? You want to live your life in prosperity? You need to start thinking about that. Living a life of prosperity, living a life of abundance. You need to be able to paint the picture of what it looks like for Yahweh to be your shepherd in a life of abundance where you don't want for anything. The kind of house you want, you got it. The kind of money you want in your bank account, you got it. You have to learn to visualize going to open your mobile banking app and seeing whatever the number you want to see in your account. I don't know what that number is for you. Only you know what it is. Come up with a number. You already got it. Come up with a number and hold it there. Speak those words. Psalms 30:6. In my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. You know what King David was saying with that? He wasn't begging and groveling. He said, in my prosperity. He didn't say, one day I'm going to be prosperous. One day I'm going to have prosperity. He said, in my prosperity. He's declaring, he's assuming in the now, he's already prosperous. And he's speaking from that point. That's what you got to start doing. Speaking from that point, declaring from that point. In my prosperity, I shall never be moved. King David is saying, I ain't never going broke. I ain't never going to have just enough money. I'm always going to have way more than I need. And I'm saying that in my prosperity, not one day, speaking from already being prosperous. Can you do that? Do you have the ability to take yourself in here and visualize what it looks like right now? You're prosperous today, not one day, not someday. And you can say, but I'm not prosperous right now. I don't have a job. And see, and that's why you're not going to ever be prosperous. You can make the choice right now in your mind to be prosperous before you get off this live stream. I'm not the one saying it. Solomon said. Solomon knew what I'm saying right now. I got it from him. Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. The problem is you don't have the ability to think that in your heart right now because you're letting the physical world, which I told you is on a lag, it's slower than the spiritual world. You're letting the physical world fool you. You have to be able to think this in your heart and feel this in your heart, even though your outward appearances say otherwise. And you have to hold it there. And you can't, this cannot be faked because the Most High God made the universe alive. The universe has a nose, eyes, and ears. It can hear you, see you, and smell you. You can't cheat this. The very moment that is real in here, the universe will begin reconfiguring itself to adjust to your thoughts and your words, your frequency and your vibration that you are resonating at. It has no choice. The outer physical world is the mirror, but the physical world is slower. Okay? That's why whatever you're seeing happening right now, it was already brought on by your thoughts and your words. And as quickly as these things you see in your life right now are here, they're on the way out. But now you can start constructing your reality. Why? Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. The question is, what have you been thinking in your heart? And I'm hoping that this video right here has brought attention and awareness to all of us have been thinking improperly in here. That's why we don't have the desired results yet. But when we learn to align our words and our thoughts and what we feeling in here all on the same field, then the physical world, even though we won't see it immediately, because it's spiritual, it's already reconfiguring itself. You gotta know that. You got to hold that. You got to know that Solomon knew that. You got to know that King David knew in his prosperity, he shall never be moved. King David said he ain't never going broke, ever. You need to be doing these kind of things every morning and night. At night when you're going to bed, right before you pass out, take the last 5 to 10 minutes and do this. When you wake up in the morning, don't you reach for that phone. First thing you do is give thanks and praise to Yahweh and him alone for restoring your soul back into your body. Start the day with gratitude. Actually be thankful and feel glad. Feel the joy of being alive again because you didn't have to be. I told you, my granddad went to sleep and just never woke up. You don't have to be waking up in the morning. You should be celebrating and giving praise. Start with gratitude. Okay? That is an energy and a frequency, and it will make it easier for you to go further along into your meditation and achieve the desired results. This is real deal here. I'm giving you, Hebrew. This is real deal. This needs to be done every night and every morning and even throughout the day. I told you the best thing for us to be able to do is to get ourselves into a constant, around the clock, meditative state. We can do that. We can do anything. Okay? But start where you are at. I started where I was at. And I'm learning and I'm growing. Okay? And you're going to learn and you're going to grow too once you start taking action. Do this every night and every morning. Those are the very best times because that's when your subconscious opens up the floodgates. And that seed can get planted deeply in there. And you do it every night and day. These things cannot be neglected. If you're neglecting these things, you are not planting seeds in your garden. You're letting your garden grow weeds, spiritual weeds that will not benefit you. You need to clip those weeds and become conscious about what is growing in your garden because it's going to bring forth. And that's the beautiful thing. You can decide what your garden will bring forth. Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You can meditate on that all night and decide what you want to be. I'm seeing. Because we just taking random gleanings from the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms chapter 14. The book of Psalms chapter 14 verse 24. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. Let's jump up to verse 23. Listen to this. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. Listen to this. Verse 25, a true witness delivereth souls, which means somebody who's going to be honest and not be a liar saves people's lives. You can just think about that and meditate on that in all the different kind of ways that a true witness, which means not a liar, a true witness delivereth souls. That is so paramount right there, being honest, keeping the commandments will save somebody's soul out there being a true witness. But a deceitful witness speaketh lies. Verse 26, in the fear of Yahweh is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. Do you hear that? In the fear of Yahweh is strong confidence, meaning that if you fear the Most High God and him alone, you will be able to have strong confidence that when you need him, he will be there. When you need to be able to be powerful, he will give you the power to execute what needs to be done. He'll give you the knowledge and the wisdom to see you through whatever you need to be seen through. That is the confidence, the strong confidence you will be able to have when the you know what hits the fan. That's what fearing Yahweh will do. Yahweh will quicken you in the darkest night, in the darkest hour. All hell is breaking loose. Everybody else panicking. Nobody knows what to do. But the fear of Yahweh is strong confidence. You will be strong in those moments. Verse 27, the fear of Yahweh is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. Do you hear that, brothers and sisters? These are wise words in the Proverbs. The fear of Yahweh is a fountain of life. If you fear Yahweh, you're not going to drink blood. If you fear Yahweh, you're not going to be a false witness, a liar, and destroy people's lives with lies. You're going to save people's lives, like that true witness we read about in verse 25. A true witness delivereth souls. That's what you and I want to be, a true witness, to deliver our soul and help deliver the souls of brothers and sisters, y'all. Verse 28, in the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince. Verse 29, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. Folly is going to lead to your downfall and destruction. But it says, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, which means that you got to watch being a hothead. You got to watch flying off of the handle. Even when things go awry, even when somebody's pressing your buttons, being disrespectful, being crazy, you have to be sure to make sure you are not quick to wrath. Look at verse 30. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. Letting you know that you got a foul spirit, a jealous spirit on you. It's the rottenness of your bones. It'll make you sick. But a sound heart, a merry heart, a sound mind is the life of the flesh. Look at that. Listen to that again. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. Letting you know that sound heart is talking about, it ain't talking about your physical heart, talking about your spirit, talking about your mind. That's why in that same verse, it talks about envy is the rottenness of the bones. Envy is a spirit, okay? And a sound heart is a spirit. Having a sound heart is the life of the flesh. Do you know they just letting us know that's the secret to healing our flesh is in our mind? See, that's the deeper esoteric of this right here. Look at this. This is the kind of stuff you stumble across when you're just gleaning Proverbs. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. Where it says envy is the rottenness of the bones, that's how you know the soundness of the heart It ain't talking about the physical heart because envy is not physical, but it affects your bones physically, letting you know the soundness of your heart is your spirit, your mind. And it says it affects the life of the flesh. Your mind can affect your body. Whoa. In Hebrew, I can close that up on that. Meditate on that. Your mind affects your body. How good we can get at meditating with our mind is how good we can get with affecting our physical body. Do you see the knowledge in the book of Proverbs? Meditating on the scriptures, reading the scriptures. I hope that somebody out there has been edified by this live stream. We got J.R. Meadows. He says, Go Niners. Rigged NFL Sunday ticket coming up. Laugh out loud. We got brother Joshua the Levite. Joshua the Levite says, Mr. Real Talk, Tom Vex. Tom Vex to you, brother Joshua the Levite. Hope all is well with you, fam. Always good to see you. King David says, Facts. What you think, facts. What you think and plant is going to you, especially wickedness that come quick. Righteous is like long-term workout results. Healthy, wicked, quick food fix. I'm sorry. Healthy, wicked, quick roid fix, but heart attack and death comes. Damn. Damn, that's true. Damn, that is true. Yes. People look for the quick fix, and most people, if they can't get the quick fix, they're not going to mess with it. But you know what? The Most High God has made protons, neutrons, and electrons, invisible matter, black matter, dark matter. He made all that stuff alive so it can feel you. Okay? So when you try to get that quick fix, guess what? The universe is going to reject you. Yeah, because it's smart. The universe can see your intentions. The universe can feel your thoughts. Every thought is like a physical action. Did you know that? Every time you think a thought, it sends out waves, brain waves, spiritual Wi-Fi, and it communicates with the invisible world. Every time you have a thought, see, that's why your thoughts shape your reality. Every time you have thoughts, you send out invisible brain waves, Hebrew, and the universe is reading and interpreting that. So when they know you want the quick fix, they like, oh, he ain't serious. She ain't serious. They think they can cheat me. I'm not going to help them. Yeah. Can't make this up. This ain't witchcraft. This ain't sorcery. Did you not hear me just say protons, neutrons, electrons, black matter, dark matter, invisible matter? Those are all real things and they are invisible. Those things make up the universe, the invisible world. All of those things are alive. They can hear you. They can feel you. They know when you're lying. They know when you're telling the truth. They know when you are perfectly aligned. And see, that's the thing. When you align, you're going to resonate at a certain frequency and vibration, and then the world is yours. Believe it or not, long story short, that's how some of our ancestors were able to pull off some of those miracles they did in the Old Testament. They were completely aligned, physically, mentally, spiritually, with words and thoughts. And when it aligned perfectly, you unlock something in that spiritual realm that most people are not able to do because they don't have the ability to focus and to meditate and to be repetitive. Even though every human being has the ability, most people just don't. They don't have the stick-to-itness. They want the quick fix. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Just like you didn't get to where you at right now overnight. But see, you didn't know that your words and thoughts control your reality at first. Now you know. So now you can get out in front of it and start creating the reality that you want. Proverbs 23:7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. You and I get to decide what we want as you think it in your heart. The thing is, are you strong enough yet to think a thought in your heart and to hold it there consistently, regardless of what your outside circumstances are showing you? Because your outside circumstances are going to try to combat you to show you, see, that ain't true. You're not prosperous. You can't even pay your bills. You're not prosperous. You can't even buy lunch. You're not prosperous. You don't even have a car. The outside circumstances are going to try to combat you. Can you hold the thought even when that goes on? Oh, the universe is going to make sure that that happens. And then they're going to stand there and listen and watch. The protons, the neutrons, and the electrons, invisible matter, dark matter, black matter, the invisible world is going to listen and see how you're going to respond. They're going to feel to see how you're going to respond. Can you hold that in your thought when all of your outside world suggests no? And if you can, then the universe is going to say, and when I say universe, I ain't talking no other God, none of that spooky stuff. I'm talking about protons, neutrons, electrons, okay? Black matter, dark matter, invisible matter. Once they all come to the conclusion that, hey, this Negro is serious, then they're going to say, okay, y'all, let's give him what he wants. And they're going to start moving the pieces around to bring you what you are in your heart. Solomon knew it. That's why he told us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that's the reason why I was able to come on here this evening. Once again, I got to bring this out because this is a teachable moment. I got all kind of insanity going on with me right now. I've been being bled out financially all week from all of these last minute tickets and bills that they hit me, fines and fees, all kind of stuff coming out of the woodwork that I got to pay like yesterday. I've been getting bled out all week. Then I had another bleed out thing I had to take care of this morning, but my car broke down. After all the stuff I've been through this week, most people wouldn't have even made it through the week that I've been through without breaking down. I made it through the week, and then all of that, and then today, my car goes out. A whole nother set of problems on top of all the stuff that I already had going on. This is the physical world trying to buck back at me because the approach, once again, when I say the universe, I got to give clarification because I got a lot of scary Negroes out there who will try to say I'm doing witchcraft. When I say the universe, I'm talking about the protons, the neutrons, the electrons, the invisible matter, the dark matter, the black matter, all invisible, okay? It's watching me right now and it's throwing all these things at me right now to combat all of the things that I say every night and every day, to see if I'm really going to hold my post, to see if I'm going to become unraveled, okay, to see if I can still hold everything in my heart that I said, that I've been saying to myself every night and day. Can I hold that when everything is falling apart in the physical realm, it seems like? That's what today is. So I'm sharing it with you. I'm not complaining at all. I'm sharing it with you because that's what you're going to have to learn how to do. Can you do that? And if the answer is yes, I have to say bravo to you. You are on your way. You're growing. That's how you grow. And if you're able to hold that post and you're going to get tried, the universe is going to try to rock you to see if you're going to hold it or not. Proverbs 23:7. I don't care what I see in the outside world. I know that everything in the outside world is following behind. It's on a delay, okay, to my inner world. That's that. I know that. Do you know that? And can you know that when the outside world suggests otherwise? That's the key. And stop thinking that the outer world is stronger than your inner world. That's the real key. I done dropped you with a lot of gems. Take it and run with it. All right? Take it and run with it, Hebrew. I hope somebody was edified out there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not already. Most high willing, I will see you guys and gals on the next live stream. I don't know whether that's going to be Monday or Wednesday. I really have no idea because I got so much going on right now. Keep your brother in your prayers as I keep you in mind. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.